Good morning and greetings from Northumberland. It's the 23rd of November. It's a dark morning, it's a cool morning. Today we celebrate St. Clement. St. Clement is someone who I didn't know much about, but I looked him up again, as we often do. And he was Bishop of Rome. Some would say Pope, but I don't think the office had really evolved by that time. And he was the Bishop of Rome about the years 90 to 100. I think 92 to 100 people think. This means he was very early on in the life of the church. If you take Jesus as dying somewhere around the 30s, we're only talking about 70 years after Jesus died. The sort of space we've got between us and the end of the Second World War, just to give it a perspective. He's thought to have been the third Bishop of Rome, and some people say he was consecrated or at least ordained by St. Peter. We don't know that, but it gives you the context and the connection very early on in Christianity. And therefore, I think it was strongly powerful for me to read a few words of his this morning. Sorry, it's glasses off time because of old man's eyes. Let me just read these words. This is from one of his letters. Bishops in those days wrote letters. There weren't any broadcasts or YouTube. Wrote letters to the church in Corinth. Just a little bit of it. Let him who has love in Christ keep the commandments of Christ. Who can describe the bond of the love of God? Love unites us to God. Love covers a multitude of sins. Love bears all things, is long-suffering in all things. There is nothing base, nothing arrogant in love. Love admits of no schisms, no divisions. Love gives rise to no subversion. Love does all things in harmony. By love have all the elect of God been made perfect. Without love, nothing is well-pleasing to God. I don't know about you, but those words from Rome in the years after the death of Jesus and the years of the early church speak to me in Northumberland all these years later, nearly 2,000 years later, because they speak of what is at the heart of the gospel. The Anglican Church is at the moment exploring a document called Living in Faith and Love. It's a document about the complexities of understanding same-sex attraction, same-sex marriage, transgender issues, and all these other things. And it's a long document, and it bears much study. But in all of this, there is something that has to shine through, and that is love. The love of God for each one of us, and the love that we are called to have for one another. Because love, as Clement suggests, covers everything. Love makes all things possible. And as we come to the end of this Christian year, and as we approach the festival of Advent, the season of Advent, let us pray that our hearts may be open in love to God and to one another. May God bless us at this time.